What's up, family? It's the one and only Humble Stun, like no other. You back with another video, so make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you're new to this channel, definitely like some of my pictures on IG, follow me on IG, and let me know what videos you guys want me to react to. I'm here to tune in with y'all to see things for the first time. And if you have been here before, been here on this channel, if you haven't for the first time, I know that you should go back and go watch my Elon Musk Optimus robot, Tesla robot, whatever y'all want to call it. I did a whole video about that, talk about the humanoids and the Tesla bot itself and the innovation and invention of itself and the purpose of these robots. And I knew that after I did that, Elon was going to come out with his own announcement of the AI Tesla Day. And this is what we're going to react to real quick. I'm gonna get your opinions, and I'm gonna have my opinion during the video, so make sure you tune in, and let's get into it right now. Let me stop playing with y'all. Oh, get the eye out of my face, hold on. Sheesh. It got cameras right here, if y'all can see it at the top right here. It got cameras, it got hella wide, jeez. I wonder if it's somebody like I wonder if there's somebody mimicking it. I mean, I wonder if it's mimicking somebody, or it's actually a remote control, or it's like how else they program this right now. How do you think this is working right now at this moment?
So this is essentially the same full self-driving computer that runs in your Tesla cars, by the way.
This is literally the first time the robot has operated without a tether. Was on stage tonight.
You got mad lights on.
Zero space. Legally.
Don't do that. They had to program this. Alright, I don't want to watch Elon watching the robot. I want to watch the robot. What's going on here?
So the robot can actually do a lot more than we just showed you. We just didn't want it to fall on its face.
Yeah, we wanted to show a little bit more what we've done with the past few months with the bot, and just walking around and dancing on stage. Just humble beginnings, but you can see the autopilot neural networks running as it's just retrained for the bot directly on that new platform. That's my watering can.
Yeah, when you see a rendered view, that's the robot. That's the world the robot sees. So it's very clearly identifying objects. Like this is the object it should picking it up. Yeah.
Like, it's crazy because like how, like, you can make a robot, but now you're looking like the view for a robot is different than a human. So how, like, to distinguish what's that and that's the most amazing part. Like,
we use the same process.
the plants is green, human. The plants are green for us, but for them it's purple. But if you go back, like I go back right here, hold on. The humans are green and the plants are purple. See, right here.
We use the same process as we did for autopilot to collect data and train neural networks that we then deploy on the robot. That's an example that illustrates the upper body a little bit more.
And we actually have an Optimus bot with fully Tesla designed and built actuators. battery pack, control system, everything. It wasn't quite ready to walk, but I think it will walk in a few weeks. But we wanted to show you the robot, something that's actually fairly close to what will go into production, and show you all the things it can do. So let's bring it out.
Oh, you got different kinds?
And do useful things. Our goal is to make a useful humanoid robot as quickly as possible. And we've also designed it using the same discipline that we use in designing the car, which is to design it for manufacturing such that it's possible to make the robot in high volume at low cost.
So he ran on right now about pretty much the design and things of that sort. But it looks like what he started with the Tesla car, he's brought things from the Tesla car and put them parts into a semi-truck. Then he put those things into an actual bot. So this is actually amazing. He had a foundation and he's building off that foundation. Like,
high reliability.
He could stutter all he want, but like this man is absolutely genius. It's kind of scary at the same point. Like it's like are you the devil? Like how are you doing this? Like technology is moving this fast. Like you putting tools together like this. Like you putting piece by piece. Like this is amazing. This is amazing. It's like damn. Like how can you hate on a man like this? Like you can't hate on nobody. Number one, but like this is absolutely genius right here. And like to put something like it, like you wouldn't even believe like talking about having actual bots in 2022. Like you actually think like it'll be a little bit far like 2023, 2030, things that source, but we here.
And it is expected to cost much less than a car.
Okay.
So I would say probably less than $20,000 would be my guess.
So you have a butler, extra worker. So you have a butler or extra worker under 20K. This will take away from a lot of boring jobs and things of that sort. Instead of paying somebody what nobody in US is signing up for any job under 50K. Not even 20K. But imagine how many other big companies will take and will accept paying for a $20,000 robot that could do something that a human could do, but not as consistent or not pay as much money to pay relief or weekly pay or, insurance, things of that sorts for actual person. The company will save much more money and have much more long-term success, depending on what the robot can do and will do, than actually having a human take away almost 100K in a year or 50K in a year, plus the other, insurances and sick leaves and other disturbances and things of that sort, loss of actual business or workforce, things of that sort. But this is crazy. 20K could go a long way for these big companies, and this is innovation that he's foreseeing.
Optimus is, I think, appreciated by very few people.
Hey!
I wonder who these people in the crowd are. Like, are these investors? Are you just coming in? Like, how exclusive are these events that they having? Because this looks it looks like probably 100 to maybe 200 people, including the staff of Tesla, probably in there.
I want to have really fun versions of Optimus, so that Optimus can both be utilitarian and do tasks, but it can also be kind of like a friend and a buddy and hang out with you. And I'm sure people will think of all sorts of creative uses for this robot. That's
the scary part. Like, why can't it just do one thing? Like, this is not a human being. But obviously, you want to have the extension because obviously your phone is an extension of you. But now you're having a bot that's 20K that you have an extension of you and a task maker, a task doer on top of that. Like, that weird fantasizing of you falling in love with an actual robot. because some people do have that, not say sick mind, but that, like he said, creativity or that imagination of falling in love with robots. You've seen cartoons of actual no limit to these things. So that's the only thing I'm concerned about. I don't personally like, but obviously you can't help it. You pay for it. Obviously you do what you want with it, but that's the scary part right now.
I think, I think you look at Optimus, and I don't know about you, but I'm excited to see what Optimus will become. And, this is like, if you could, you can tell, like any given technology, do you want to see what it's like in a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 10? I'd say for sure. You definitely want to see what's happening with Optimus. Whereas, a bunch of other technologies are, sort of plateaued.
Like cars.
Won't name names here, but, so I think Optimus is going to be incredible in like 5 years, 10 years, like mind-blowing. And I'm really interested to see that happen, and I hope you are too. We'll start, just trying to, how do we make it useful at all? And then gradually expand the number of situations where it's useful. And I think that the number of situations where Optimus is useful will grow exponentially, like really, really fast. And in terms of when people can order one, I don't know, I think it's not that far away. Well, I think you mean when can people receive one?
I'm not gonna lie, just seeing like he going on right now about, what it is. And obviously he's splitting up because he was talking probably much longer than he was right now. But you could just see in his eyes, like this man's brain power is like absolutely absurd. This dude's eye movement when he's talking is like, his brain is everywhere. I know he's thinking about something else. He's not he's not in the present. Like he's thinking about the future already. Like he's talking about the future, but he's literally in his head. He's in the future.
So, I don't know, I'd say probably within 3 years, and not more than 5 years. Within 3 to 5 years, you could probably receive an Optimus.
Okay.
I'm going to show you how we deterministically...
So this is another, because the video I reacted to, go back and watch that. That was actually a fire video. It was actually a Tesla bot, but it was actually a human inside of a costume dancing. So that was one step to the marketing of him. Now it's actually showing them the actual product of the first stage of the actual robot itself, walking, waving, things that sort of what he was doing. So this is not 3 to 5 years you would get one. So this looks like a 2030 thing. You know what I'm saying? That most people are going to adapt to.
Inventions via data and walk you through the life of this particular clip. In this scenario, autopilot is approaching a turn and incorrectly predicts that crossing vehicle as stopped for traffic, and thus a vehicle that we would slow down for. In reality, there's nobody in the car, it's just awkwardly parked. We've built this tooling to identify the mispredictions, correct the label, and categorize this clip into an evaluation set. This particular clip happens to be one of 126 that we've diagnosed as challenging parked cars at turns. Because of this infra, we can curate this evaluation set without any engineering resources custom to this particular challenge case.
Start your season of
Damn, I don't
now
need a...
with Target Deal Days. 3 days to score early Black Friday deals.
To actually solve that challenge case requires mining thousands of examples like it, and it's something Tesla can trivially do. We simply use our data sourcing infra, request data, and use the tooling shown previously to correct the labels. By surgically targeting the mispredictions of the current model, we're only adding the most valuable examples to our training set.
So they talk about the cars right now. It's not really talking about the Tesla bot. I guess they will go back to it. It's also talking about the self-driving of the Tesla. I know a lot of people have their own opinions about it not being safe. They're programming it the right way. A lot of crashes do happen with this vehicle, but a lot of crashes happen with actual people in the vehicle itself and the car not actually automated driving you places. Anyway, so it's the same risk, but I'm saying that it's a lower risk, if anything, because the company is highly predicated on the safety part of it. So if a lot of people start dying from the self-driving part, the company's gonna fall. So I felt like this right here is showing us the data. They're showing us the data of how they're correcting this stuff.
Fix 13,900 clips, and because those were examples where the current model struggles, we don't even need to change the model architecture. A simple weight update with this new valuable data is enough to solve the challenge case. So you see, we no longer predict that crossing vehicle as stopped, as shown in orange, but parked, as shown in red.
Okay.
In academia, we often see that people keep data constant, but at Tesla, it's very much the opposite. We see time and time and again that data is one of the best, if not the most deterministic lever to solving these interventions. We just showed you the data engine loop for one challenge case, namely these parked cars at turns. But there are many challenge cases even for one signal of vehicle movement.
Seeing this will make you confirm yourself on trusting a self-driving mode on a Tesla. Because a lot of people do like the comfortability of having someone drive for them. A lot of people would want chauffeurs. A lot of people do want chauffeurs. A lot of people do like, they love their cars, driving it yourself. But some days, you know, you would want somebody or something to drive you to some place and get you to point A to point B. And that's how people always thought.
We apply this data engine loop to every single challenge case we've diagnosed, whether it's buses, curvy roads, stopped vehicles, parking lots. And we don't just add data once, we do this again and again to perfect the semantic. In fact, this year, we updated our vehicle movement signal 5 times, and with every weight update trained on the new data, we push our vehicle movement accuracy up and up. This data engine framework applies to all our signals, whether they're 3D, multicam video, whether the data is human-labeled, auto-labeled, or simulated, whether it's an offline model or an online model. And Tesla's able to do this at scale because of the fleet advantage, the infra that our Eng team has built, and the labeling resources that feed our networks.
Wow.
I mean, think about like what drives any vehicle. It's a biological neural net with eyes, with cameras essentially. So if and really, what is your primary sensors are 2 cameras on a slow gimbal, a very slow gimbal. That's your head. So if you know, if a biological neural net with 2 cameras on a slow gimbal can drive a semi-truck, then if you've got like 8 cameras with continuous 360-degree vision operating at a higher frame rate,
talking about the semi-truck, okay.
Then I think it is obvious that you should be able to drive a semi or any vehicle much better than a human.
Now, last year, we introduced only a couple of components of our system, the custom D1 die and the training tile. But we teased the exopod as our end goal.
Jesus. I ain't gonna lie, this is a brain buster right here. But they talk about the chips and the cameras and a semi-truck having a 8-camera system, a 360 vision. That video right there, guys, I'm not gonna lie, that was a whole lot of blah, 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 blah at the end. Obviously, I'm not very educated. There's so much to know about the Tesla vehicles and how things work, but chips aren't what I want to know. Honestly, I feel like CNET, that's the channel I'm watching this off of, did a great job explaining and having this video, access to this video, and pretty much brought up the confidence level I do have in Tesla, seeing the constant workage that they're putting forward to push forward the self-driving, the bot itself, and having these time slots on when these things will be available, and having a confirmation level of more than just putting out a product. And this is what I like to watch. If you like this video itself, if you agree with most of the things I had said, and pretty much I wanted to see this from the jump, because off of the first Tesla bot video I reacted to, I knew he was coming out with an announcement, and this is a lot shorter than actually the full version. And just seeing how many heads and people are watching at this event just shows that Tesla is on their way, and I want to see the process. Obviously, a little scary. Obviously, you don't know what the outcome of this current invention and innovation will do in the future, but I see a lot of upside, and obviously it's a risk and everything. So I just want to make sure I want to say that. So thank you for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you like this video. I'm gonna see you on the next video. Stay up, stay humble, stay safe. I'm gonna catch you on the next video. Peace out.
Sounds good.